Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about anxiety. If it helps any of you, and I'm going to see if it helps me, so maybe we can help each other. This lady that we're going to watch today, she is absolutely inspiring. She just brings me so much warmth. Her channel is called The Irish Bookworm. Don't forget to go and subscribe to her. I will leave a link down below to her channel. So please go and check her out and subscribe to her and like her videos. She does a lot of other videos. I don't know, I just find her very inspiring, and people need to be more aware of anxiety. It's not an easy thing to live with, so I feel like, we can learn a lot from this lady. So go and check her out. And for now, let's just get on with this video.
If you're new to my channel, my name is Dara Therese and thank you for clicking onto this video. I hope that you stick around and watch till the end. So today's video is actually going to be about anxiety. Anxiety is definitely something that I have felt throughout my teenage years, my adult years, actually probably more in my adult years, because being an adult can be extremely anxiety provoking. I mean, not can be, it is extremely anxiety provoking. And I want to talk about that today, and I want to talk about how I have learned to combat my anxiety in foolproof ways. Disclaimer, in no part of this video or any of my videos will I ever say that it's your fault that you have anxiety, because although anxiety can be alleviated with certain methods and mindset changes, I know so many people that struggle with anxiety on a daily basis. I struggle with anxiety severely, and it is really not easy for a lot of people to alleviate their anxiety because it is so bad, and that is not their fault, so I'm not saying that at all. I have had serious panic attacks in my life. I am very lucky that I am not somebody who has had regular panic attacks, but I did have anxiety attacks a lot, and I still do from time to time. I have learned how to manage my anxiety extremely well, and I'm going to share that with you today. So this video is going to be targeted for general anxiety. If you're just feeling anxious throughout the day, or you're having a moment of pure anxiety and you just can't shake it, these are a few things that really help me when I'm feeling like that. So the first thing to do is go to your bathroom or go to your kitchen, turn on the tap and start washing your hands. This is a really strange trick, but it really works. This is a grounding technique, and I find that it really helps, because when we feel extremely anxious, it is so important to bring ourselves back to the present moment. So what you want to do is use the soap, look at it, examine it, smell it, run your hands under the water, look at the water, watch it running, look at how it flows, feel it on your hands, just look at everything very intensely and look at every single detail. And now you want to start washing your hands very slowly. I want you to pay close attention to how it feels when you're washing your hands. Every single movement, you want to pay close attention to it, and in that moment, nothing else matters except for washing your hands. This is all that matters in this moment. Nothing else is important. This is the most important thing to you right now, is just the simple act of washing your hands. I have used this technique so many times, and this can work with absolutely anything. Just putting your focus on one thing and really focusing on it helps divert all your energy into one task, and it really calms that anxiety right down. This is a grounding technique, and grounding is extremely important for anxiety. Grounding is whenever we bring ourselves back to the present moment by doing something, by washing our hands, by focusing on one exact thing. So I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, breathe when you're having an anxiety attack. And honestly, breathing is probably one of the best things that you can do. Focusing on your breath is probably one of the best grounding techniques there is, and this is why it's heavily used in meditation, yoga, all kinds of spiritual practice. The breathing technique that I want to talk about today is called Ujjayi breathing, or it's called victorious breathing. And this isn't just in through your nose, out through your mouth. It's a lot deeper than that, and it's actually commonly called Darth Vader breathing. This is a type of breathing technique that you really have to focus on when you're doing it, and I find it's the best breathing technique of all. I've actually only really discovered this recently, and it's amazing. So Ujjayi breathing, think of it as trying to fog up a mirror. So when you want to fog up a mirror, you go like this. And I know that doesn't sound very good, but that's exactly what it is. So we are going to do that, but with our mouths closed. And you want to breathe in as much air as possible through your nose and try to make that noise with your mouth closed when you do this breath, because this really reaches a deeper part of your lungs. And this is such a good breathing technique for anxiety and meditation. So it goes something like this.
It's really hard to do, actually. Might take some practice.
That just feels so yummy, honestly. It feels so good. And if you try this, you'll see what I mean. This is so much more powerful than any other breathing technique that I've actually tried.
I might give that one a go.
There's a big difference between taking that all in and trying to push it out with that kind of blow-in technique rather than it's really, and they call it Darth Vader for the purpose that you sound a bit like Darth Vader when you do it. So even if you're not anxious, Ujjayi breathing is really good for keeping you grounded and bringing you back to the present moment. Meditation is something that I've gotten majorly into because every day, especially at the end of a day, our minds just take in so much information. In my case, I'm an empath, so I take in a lot of different energies from a lot of different people, and Ujjayi breathing is something that has really helped me to get into a really good meditative state and just release. The next thing I'm going to share with you is actually a Hertz frequency that helps let go of anxiety. I'm sure a lot of you know that sounds impact how we feel massively. This is why listening to certain kinds of music can make us feel sad, can make us feel really happy, can actually make us feel a bit anxious. I know that I get really anxious when I hear really, really like fast-paced music that's quite intense. It makes me feel quite jittery and quite anxious because I just don't vibe with it. I don't like it. So there are a lot of sounds on YouTube in particular. You can get these in lots of different places that are actually set to a certain frequency that registers a certain way in our brains. There's different frequencies for different emotions and different things. There's Hertz for opening up your chakras, there's Hertz for letting go of fear, there's Hertz for manifestation, for manifesting money, all different kinds of things. But the Hertz that I would recommend listening to are 396 Hertz, so 396 Hz. Type that into YouTube and you should find so many videos with that frequency, and some of them are hours long. So if you're feeling extremely anxious, I would recommend putting on this music, putting on headphones, playing it out loud, finding a quiet space and doing the Ujjayi breathing. Maybe even wash your hands at the same time, it's limitless. I will play a bit right now actually and show you what it sounds like. I know that my methods might not help everybody. I know that I am quite spiritual and a lot of people might not really relate to that, and that's absolutely fine. Everybody has their own way of doing things and everybody can relate to something different, but this is just what helps me, and I really hope that maybe it'll help somebody else, because I know what it's like to be anxious. I have had too many anxiety attacks to count. I've had several panic attacks and I know how horrible it can be. And I know that in that moment you're so desperate and you would do anything to make it go away. And I hope that this video really helps somebody. If you've watched this video to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single view that I get. I love connecting with you guys, so please comment down below and we can chat to each other. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe and stay up to date with my videos. I appreciate every single subscriber that I get. Until next time, guys. Mwah.